Hi guys, welcome back to the Sicilian Revival. My name is Chris, aka Big Will, and today we have come back a lot earlier than I was initially intending to because we have had absolute madness on transfer deadline day, which came the day after our opening game. So we've got our next league game of the season against Taranto away from home today. Following on from that fantastic result at home against Pacerno last time out, hopefully we can continue and play just as well. But to the important side of things. Do you remember me saying yesterday in our transfer special about Gayabua? We managed to keep hold of him. Yeah. So everything went to pot. It's gone completely mental. And Gayabua was subject to a £200,000 bid from Rennes. So I had a word with him. He said, I mentioned that we wanted a much bigger transfer fee from him. His release clause to teams in a higher division was £1 million. Um, but that's based in Italy. So we agreed for a fee of around 1.5 million. So Ren came in and responded to that with a £1.2 million offer. And in the end, we just upped it a little bit because of the financial status of the club. I couldn't say no. It's a big, big shame that we've lost him. He was a very good player for us. He's actually joined their second team. Um, and he's actually been loan listed as well. But he's on 6 and 3/4 grand a week, just short of 7 grand a week he's on. So there's no way we can compete with something like that. He was a very good player for us last year and the year before. I'm gutted that we've lost him, but it does mean that we've managed to fill out the squad with those extra bodies that I wanted. It's completely sorted out the financial status of the club for at least half of this season, but we have brought in 4 players on deadline day. The first one is 33-year-old Dennis Apaya. He can play right back, centre back, and left back, so he's a full utility player for the defence. We've largely brought him in for that option at right back, if truth be told, but he's a good one, to be quite honest. A good crossing ability, really good mental attributes. He's got a lot of experience, and previously he's played for quite a number of clubs, to be fair, largely in France. Likes of Monaco, Chen. He went to Anderlecht for a while, Nantes, and Saint Etienne. Largely playing at Ligue 2 and Ligue 1 level, so a lot of experience from his point of view, and really happy to have brought a player of his calibre in. We managed to strengthen in central midfield. Sidney Tavares has come in as the replacement for Gayabua, but he can play further forward as well as normal central midfield. So he's a good utility player to have across those midfield positions. 3-star accountability with that extra potential. Previously of FC Porto's B team, he actually came through Leicester's academy by the looks of things. Played a lot for Porto's B team. Scored a couple of goals out in the MLS when he went out on loan in 2023. So he's a good player to have, and because he can play across that midfield, he is a really good option for us in there. And it does mean as well that we've got that extra cover with the players that can play in holding midfield that can also play at centre back. Robin Friedrich, a 22-year-old German striker, can also play left wing. I know we don't use him for that position, but we brought him in as a third choice striker. To be quite honest, he looks pretty decent. To be fair, and reasonable determination, reasonable attributes across the board, really. Quite an average player. He's got a little bit of potential in there. He's had a couple of loan deals across the German leagues. He scored a good amount of goals in the third division of Germany last year, 12 goals and 7 assists in 37 appearances. But again, he could have been playing out wide for some of those appearances as well. And previously, he seems to be a decent goal scorer. 29 goals out of 97 games with 11 assists, and again, he could have been playing out wide for that. So that is a decent return from a player of his caliber. So really good to have a third choice striker in there, and a very good signing for us. A 6'4" German centre back, 26 years of age, 3.5-star current ability. He will be a 3-star current ability player with the role that we play him in. He's on 3 grand a week. It was a bit more than I wanted to spend, but we had the money sat there. We have to make use of it. He's not particularly valued well. He's got a reasonable amount of pace, really strong lad, good jumping reach. He'll be a danger from those set pieces. There is no doubt. He's largely played in the third division of Bundesliga, but he has also played in the second division over the years as well. And he scored a few goals for a centre back, which is pretty decent. Again, danger from those set pieces. Really, really top signing for us. Really strengthens our opportunities at centre back as well. And in terms of the squad planner, we are looking a little bit stronger for that as well. Sydney Tavares is actually our best central midfield player for the role that we play. In terms of attacking midfield, he's also one of our best options in there. Frederick actually rates just as well as Crespi as well up front. And in terms of centre back, Carstens is our best centre back now. He is really an upgrade for us. And at 26 years of age for Carstens, really good option for us. Also at right back with Apaya. Yes, he is a veteran. He's 33 years old now, but we'll get a couple of years out of him, hopefully. And with the strengthening that we've managed to do here, I'm hopeful that we can really start to really push ourselves this season. After that great performance, I think we've strengthened considering the fact that we lost Gaia Bua. We've certainly strengthened in depth, not necessarily with as much quality as Gaia Bua, but I think we've done very, very well to get the players in that we have. And it has allowed us, like I say, to have that extra strength in depth. Ravaglioli is a top prospect. So he is actually away on international duty with Italy's under-21 side at the moment. And unfortunately, because of the level we're at, that doesn't allow us any privileges in the league in relation to like an international break. So he is going to be missing out for us for this game against Taranto, and there potentially will be a couple of debuts in there as well. Brazil is in goal as per usual. Grimeland, Silvestri, Carstens and Apaya make their debuts in the defence. Tepsic goes into midfield to partner Albarracin with Huisman in the centre, Burdick and Camden in behind Crespi. The other new signings take their place on the bench. Frederick and Tavares are in there. Besic yet to play, likewise Parmigiani and Sintes. So we've done a lot of transfers, if truth be told. We've done a lot of changing with this squad. But because of that financial boost from the Gaia Bua sale, it was a record sale for the club, by the way, in their history. So I think we've done really, really well. And hopefully we can build on that opening day performance today. Yes, we've taken a bit of a risk in making all those signings on deadline day. A couple of them coming in today. But if we can do exactly what we did in the last game and really push, I think we're more solid defensively, especially. And I think we could be a bigger danger from set pieces, especially with the likes of Carstens in the squad. And with his quality, I think he could get a few goals for us this season, especially at this level. And to be fair, even at Serie B level, I think the signings that we've made could be more than capable of making that step up. So hopefully we can find a way of continuing that. Away from home, we did struggle last season a little bit, but we did manage to find a bit of a rhythm. But there's a big chance there from Taranto. Fortunately, it went just wide, but big opportunity for them. And at the moment, we're not looking at really getting to grips here. Good claim, though, by Brazil in goal. And we just need to get a bit of momentum in this game. We've been a little bit slow off the start. It's a good delivery forward. Crespi couldn't quite beat Reggio and Fiorani playing it forward, but Grimeland intercepting well. Now Crespi into Silvestri, who, despite the central defensive signings, seems to still be maintaining his place. Tepsic into Burdick, and now Albarracin into Tepsic again. That's a lovely pass into Grimeland down this left-hand side. Can he get the crossing? Whips it in. Crespi, I think, may have been offside there anyway, but it's fallen here for Apaya. Just holds on to it, finds Albarracin again, and now Tepsic into Burdick. Huisman into Tepsic. Grimeland. Again, cutting into the penalty area. Still going, Grimeland, and it's saved, but then it's put in by Thomas Burdick. And again, big season potentially for him. He seems to be well favoured by my assistant manager at the moment, because the players we brought in attacking midfield on loan are better than him, if truth be told. That is a really positive start once again. About half an hour gone, we've managed to just pick up our game there for that opportunity. Burdick with the finish and his first goal of the season. And now we just need to start building that momentum, see if we can get that second goal relatively early. Valerio Crespi, the jury's still out on him. He's a good young striker, but he did struggle to really break into the side with Destro's form last year. Hopefully he can do so this year, but with Ravaglioli in the squad, he won't be playing necessarily as regularly as he'd want, I don't think. But if Ravaglioli is going to be going out on international duty regularly, Crespi has got to take these opportunities especially with the likes of Friedrich, who is a proven goal scorer at the German lower league as well. Um, Hopefully, the players will settle in relatively quickly, and we can get off to another good win here. Here is Albarracin. Dennis Apaya, Camden, back to Apaya, just lofts it in. Crespi with an overhead kick there. He didn't fully make contact with it. I think he sliced it a little bit, judging by the direction that the ball went in, but still a decent opportunity there. And Crespi, rating of 6.4, he's not actually having a good game. So I think we'll get a couple of debuts on there. Robin Friedrich can come on up front for his debut. We'll make a couple of changes in the midfield as well. Sidney Tavares can come on for his debut. Huisman can come off for him. And we've also got Mohamed Besic, who needs a debut as well. In fact, Tavares will put in the attacking midfield. Besic can come in to that playmaker role in central midfield. And let's have a look. See what we've got. So Aranz did make his debut in the last game. He didn't play too many minutes, of course. Xavi Sintez is in there as well. Is he the 6'2" one? Yes, he is. He can probably come on at centre back, I think, today. Silvestri's actually had a good game, to be fair, but we'll bring him on for Silvestri. And more debuts, and hopefully we can see this game out. It is only 1-0, so we've got to be a little bit careful. We'll just drop a little bit of encouragement to the team. We are winning reasonably well. We've been relatively comfortable, again, creating a lot of chances in the game. And again, I think with that mix of youth and experience we've managed to bring in, I think we've done really well in this transfer window. 2 wins out of 2, 2 clean sheets out of 2. And again, look at that. Defensive attributes, Tepsic and Albarracin, absolutely outstanding. Burdick with the decisive goal. And despite the number of shots on target, we just scored the 1 goal. So a little bit of focus needed, I think. Friedrich, Tavares, and Besic making their debuts, and Sintez as well. So gradually we just work these new players into the squad, and that is another good result, especially considering the number of debuts we had there. So 2 wins from 2. We're sat in 3rd place early on. Cosenza only managed to draw in their game. Catania won by 3-0 in their game after drawing in their opening match. And Foggia, again, only managed to draw. So they've had a pretty poor start to the campaign, if truth be told. And Avellino have lost and won a game. So I'm looking at the teams that were based on the season preview. Yeah, it's going to be... I think it's going to be a tight season. Latina have had a very good start to the campaign, incidentally, as well, because they were one of the favourites for relegation the last couple of years. So good opportunities there. But I'm wondering if we've actually made any progress. So in relation to the way the league sits, we're still looking at a 5th place finish based on pre-season. But obviously we sold our best player in Gaia Bua. Foggia, Avellino, Catania, and Cosenza. I mean, Cosenza are now joint favourites with Catania. So clearly, where transfers are concerned, it has helped 1 or 2 of the clubs. But Latina are actually up there. As are Serignola, they've had really good starts to the season as well. So we'll see how things go. And hopefully we can continue with this positive start. Like I said in yesterday's episode, we need to get off to a good start. Just be really quick off the mark. And we're looking reasonably solid at the moment. And if we can make a really big push this year for promotion, that would be fantastic, if truth be told. So today, originally, we were going to come back for Perugia and Foggia. Obviously, we've come back a bit earlier than that for the transfer deadline day. Absolute madness. So we've got the cup tie against Perugia and Foggia. That'll actually come in tomorrow's episode now. We'll get the other 4 games of September out of the way. And hopefully we can build on this positive start and be ready for that cup tie. So until then, guys, thank you very much for your support. Please like, subscribe to the channel. It is all greatly appreciated. I will see you all next time. This is Big Will, signing away.